All right, we have a brand new kit reveal for PAZ VIZHLA. PAZ VIZHLA is finally coming to the game. I'm super excited about this. I was actually going to make a video today. The top 10 characters I wanted to see come to this game. That was what I was going to do today. And man, this was number one. And I'm so glad to see that he's here. He's got a lot of cool stuff in here. So we're going to get into this really quickly. He's a light side Mandalorian tank, of course. And he is a resilient, difficult to dislodge tank who protects his allies. Moderate to high damage output for a tank, which makes him difficult to ignore. Build and spend playstyle uses overheat resource. That'll be really cool. We're going to get into that in a second. Required for the upcoming Bo-Katan Mandalore epic confrontation. That's awesome. So we're getting a brand new Mandalorian Season 3 Bo-Katan. I'm kind of excited for it. The way that they hype it up later in this kit reveal is really, really cool. So they kind of inspired a lot of his kit from Mandos Season 3 with his flamethrower, his overheating gun. So we're going to see a lot of that into this kit. So you can stack overheat as much as you want to help with the most, to help get the most out of Vengeful Incineration's effects. And although overheat gives PAZ negatives towards his tenacity, modding him with health is a good way to go. Really, really cool. So heat does not expire, but it stacks to 10, and overheat stacks to 20. That is really, really cool. There's a lot of wordy stuff in here. A lot of wordy stuff. However, I want to get through his kit reveal, and then we're going to talk about Mando Bo-Katan. So this is his basic. Deal damage to 3, or deal physical damage 3 times to target enemy 3 times. That's pretty cool. Gain 3 stacks of heat, max 10, or overheat, max 20 until the end of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. 5+ stacks of heat, gain 1 stack of resilient defense, which is max 10, until the end of the encounter, and 1 stack of overheat. Deal an additional instance of true damage to a target enemy, which cannot be evaded. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Going 3 times in a row, this is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this. And then we have essential. How do I say that word? I'm butchering this. We're going to go that word broadside. Special 1, let's go. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict breach and critical damage down for 2 turns. All right, so this is the AoE, it looks like. I really like that animation. It really feels like PAZ VIZHLA. That's cool. Gain 5 stacks of heat, max 10, or overheat, max 20, until the end of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Gain 1 stack of resilient defense, max 10, until the end of the encounter. And Mandalorian allies recover protection equal to 10% of PAZ's max protection. So if you mod him right, that could be pretty good. 5+ stacks of heat, light side Mandalorian allies gain critical avoidance up for 2 turns. Cool. 10 stacks of heat, inflict daze on all enemies for 1 turn. Not bad. 5+ stacks of overheat, remove 15% turn meter from all enemies. Not bad at all. All right, so this next one, Special 2, is a Zeta, Vengeful Incineration. This is the flamethrower they were talking about earlier. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict burning for 2 turns. Inflicts expose and stagger on target enemy for 1 turn. PAZ gains protection up 50% and retribution for 2 turns. And that's pretty cool. This ability deals 30% more damage for each stack of overheat PAZ has. Remove all stacks of overheat. That can be devastating. That could be a really, really fun ability. I'm excited to see what they do for this. This is really cool. This is really cool. So this is his unique legacy of House VIZHLA, Zeta, and an Omicron. At the start of the battle, PAZ gains 10% defense and max health for each other Mandalorian ally, and 15% defense and max health for each other light side Mandalorian ally. Whenever PAZ gains taunt, he dispels it and gains 2 stacks of resilient defense, max 10, until the end of the encounter. PAZ has plus 10 critical avoidance and defense for each stack of resilient defense that he has. So it looks like he's gonna be stacking a lot of stacking buffs right here. He's got the overheat, the heat, resilient defense. Man, he's just gonna be stacking upon stacking buffs here. This is gonna be a really cool tank. At the start of each encounter, if an ally in the leader slot is a light side Mandalorian, new Bo-Katan, PAZ gains Frenzy for 2 turns and 2 stacks of resilient defense, max 10 until the end of the encounter. Very, very cool. Wow. There's a lot of just stacking in here. A lot of stacking in here. A lot of turn meter. Man. This is going to be really cool. So they said in the kit, let's go back and talk about this Mandalore thing. Bo will heavily interact with true damage, so characters like PAZ VIZHLA and the Mandalorian Beskar armor will synergize with her. Additionally, Bo will introduce a new stacking locked buff for light side Mandalorians. Very cool. That increases the defense and health, which makes PAZ very, very, very tanky. Once the whole squad is assembled, which means there will be more in the whole squad. They will be able to compete with Galactic Legends in Grand Arenas with Bo's Omicrons. With her Omicrons and her upcoming Datacron effect, bro will be a powerhouse. That is so cool. I'm excited for this. A new Bo-Katan, and they're basically confirming that there's going to be more in this squad. So they're saying it's going to be a Bo-Katan lead with Mando, Paz Vizsla, and then 2 more Mandalorians. So let's think for a second. Who else would go on a Mandalorian team? They could do perhaps a new Grief Karga. A new Grief Karga would go great. Maybe a Carson Teva, but I don't know about that because it's not really Mandalorian. I'm trying to think of like Mandalorian characters. Oh, Axe Woves. Axe Woves. Oh, he better be on that team. Axe Woves would be amazing on a Mandalorian team. I'm just thinking of this off the top of my head. Axe Woves. There's a Sasha Banks character. There was that Fleet Commander. There's a lot. Hasbro made like a ton of merchandise for this random Fleet Commander dude that had like 5 seconds of screen time. Could do that. They could also do one of the Mandalorians that they find on the surface of Mandalore. One of the, I guess, remnant Mandos. I don't know what you would call those. The ones that they link up with when they meet on the planet on accident with the big boat. That would be really cool if they had that leader guy and then Axe Woves with a Bo-Katan, a Paz. Oh, you already have another Bo-Katan and you have different versions of Grief and you have different versions of Mando. So you could do that. You could just use IG-11. Just really depends on what they want to do here. It's definitely leaning towards Mandalorian light side characters specifically to go against the dark side Mandalorian. So I'm thinking Axe Woves and one of the Imperials or Mandalorian survivors would go great on this team. I'm very excited to see this. Multiple Omicrons. Did it say, actually, hold on. Did I see, I know he said he had an Omicron. What Omicron is this for? Let's see. I didn't see where this Omicron is. Hold on. Now I gotta definitely check this out. Man, he's just recovering offense and health and protection all the time with this Omicron. This is crazy. Oh, it's in territory battles. Okay, well, it's not Grand Arena, but man, you are still getting a ton of buffs over here. Dispels debuffs, recovers 100% health, damage immunity, takes a bonus turn. All other light side Mandalorian allies recover 100% protection. During his bonus turn, his cooldowns are reset. He has 100% offense, and his heat and overheat stacks are set to max. Dude, this Omicron and Zeta right here on this unique is kind of crazy, dude. I don't know. It seems like a lot of the heavy lifting is going to be from the Zeta, but 50% turn meter is good. Health protection. Obviously, I mean, we're just going to have to see this team in action, but I'm very, very excited for this. This looks really, really cool. Paz Vizsla was going to come to the game for sure, and I'm glad to see that they're doing more Mando Season 3 stuff already. And hopefully after they do Mando Season 3, we can get back into the Clone Wars, man. That would be so cool. If you're excited for this kit and this character, let me know in the comment section down below. This marquee character, I should say. It's a marquee character. This will be pretty... I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.